The concept of humans not being alone in the universe has captivated our curiosity for centuries. Every year, a multitude of peculiar encounters are documented, leaving many individuals perplexed and unsatisfied with the lack of definitive explanations. In the remote and unfrequented corners of our planet, where few have ventured, a plethora of extraordinary incidents are reported annually. While some of these occurrences can be attributed to mundane factors such as wildlife, there exists a subset of encounters that defy easy explanation. This particular photograph has been circulating within different groups dedicated to investigating enigmatic humanoid creatures. It is rumored to have been taken in northern Idaho, although scarce details exist about its origin. Those who have had the opportunity to view the image have noted that it is remarkably unique, with some hailing it as one of the most compelling and visually distinct pieces of evidence available. The scarcity of information surrounding this photograph only adds to its mystique, leaving plenty of room for speculation and further exploration. With its clarity and quality, this image has piqued the interest and curiosity of individuals passionate about unraveling the mysteries of unidentified beings. Throughout the vast expanse of North America, numerous sightings of gigantic, hairy beings have been reported. Those who claim to have encountered these enigmatic creatures describe them as completely covered in hair from head to toe. These encounters predominantly occur within or near the unspoiled wilderness and landscapes that span across the United States and Canada. Interestingly, it is worth noting that not all regions within North America refer to these creatures by the same name. Local legends often portray similar descriptions of the infamous Sasquatch creature, albeit with slight variations in its physical appearance, coupled with distinct monikers. What truly bewilders researchers is the abundance of testimonies from rangers, hikers, and hunters who either personally witnessed these creatures or know someone who has. While scientists and researchers assert that no concrete evidence exists to substantiate these claims, individuals who spend substantial amounts of time in forests argue that instances of encountering these creatures are far from unprecedented, even in snowy terrain. This discrepancy between scientific skepticism and the consistent accounts of those intimately familiar with wooded areas adds an intriguing layer of mystery to this phenomenon. Although numerous individuals have devoted their entire lives to thoroughly scouring the vast rural expanse of the United States in search of compelling evidence confirming the existence of this mysterious creature, the majority of the evidence that has surfaced thus far has been discredited, this being a constant source of frustration for amateur researchers who firmly believe they have encountered something resembling a colossal humanoid entity. However, amidst the plethora of debunked evidence, it is important to highlight and scrutinize the most convincing pieces that have emerged. Among these, the testimonies of eyewitnesses have proven to be particularly compelling, mainly due to the fact that these individuals have nothing to gain by fabricating their accounts. Their sincerity, coupled with the absence of any ulterior motives, lends credibility to their claims and asserts a sense of authenticity to the ongoing inquiry. Researchers who subscribe to the belief that large humanoid creatures inhabit remote areas of the world assert that the mere existence of such cryptids provides tangible evidence that an animal similar in appearance once roamed the earth. Furthermore, they propose the intriguing possibility that small, isolated groups of these elusive creatures have managed to survive in the wilderness, evading detection by modern human beings. While it may appear highly improbable for such sizable beings to remain undetected, wildlife experts have aptly pointed out that each year witnesses the discovery of countless new animal species, highlighting how far we still have to go in mapping out the Earth's biodiversity. Considering the rapid advancements in technology, outdoor enthusiasts and dedicated researchers confidently predict that it is merely a matter of time before a groundbreaking revelation unfolds, one that they fervently hope will definitively establish the authenticity of these remarkable beings. This man in Washington captured something he couldn't explain. The homestead owner who lives in Washington posted the photograph to social media, detailing that shortly after the image was taken, his trail camera was destroyed. He said the following: "My trail camera took this photo on my property in Washington. I have an 84-acre property that's set within dense woodland. The image was taken in the summer, and as of right now I have no idea what this could be. My trail camera will take an image as soon as it detects motion. On some of the photographs, nothing could be seen, but that's because it was detecting movements close by. When I headed out to the spot where the trail camera was set up, I found it in pieces, so whatever this creature was, knew that it was there. I've worked with animals my whole life, and I know that in Washington, it's illegal to own animals such as monkeys. This is what my brain went to when I was viewing the image. Something that made me feel uncomfortable about this was the fact that a few nights before the camera was destroyed, I heard strange noises, but I just attributed it to being a coyote. This is the first time that something like this has happened, and at the moment, I'm just trying to work out what this thing is. I'm currently talking to some people who want to conduct some investigations. I'm already in the process of buying some more trail cameras, and I hope that in the near future I'll be able to identify what this creature is." End quote. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, has intrigued and captivated the public's imagination for centuries. This elusive humanoid creature, allegedly sighted in the vast wilderness of North America, carries a certain enigma, partly because of the uncertainty surrounding its existence. Could a creature like this actually exist? The primary evidence of Bigfoot's existence is the numerous eyewitness accounts and anecdotal reports. These accounts describe a large bipedal creature covered in hair, exhibiting human-like characteristics. Sightings have occurred across a broad geographic range, implying that if Bigfoot does exist, it is a species with a sizable population distributed over a vast area. The multitude of footprints discovered and attributed to this creature forms a substantial part of the evidence. These footprints are often larger than an average human's and exhibit features suggesting a primate origin. Anatomically, primates possess certain distinctive foot structures, which some argue are apparent in Bigfoot prints. Scientifically, there's a theoretical possibility that Bigfoot could be a relic population of ancient primates. From an ecological perspective, the dense, remote forests of North America could theoretically support a large primate species. These environments offer plenty of vegetation and small animals for sustenance, and the wide-ranging remote wilderness could provide the necessary cover to elude human contact. Yet, despite these possibilities, there are significant challenges to the idea of this creature's existence. Primarily, there's a lack of physical evidence beyond footprints. No body or skeletal remains have been found, and supposed hair or tissue samples have failed to provide conclusive DNA evidence. Additionally, the survival of a large, unidentified primate over centuries would require a substantial breeding population, which would likely result in more frequent and verifiable encounters with humans. Furthermore, primates are inherently social creatures, so the notion of an elusive, solitary creature like Bigfoot contradicts our understanding of primate behavior. Without sightings of groups or families, the existence of Bigfoot becomes ecologically and behaviorally less plausible. Despite the skepticism, the absence of definitive evidence does not entirely rule out the creature's existence. New species are discovered regularly, including large mammals in remote parts of the world. Therefore, the possibility, however remote, remains that a large primate like Bigfoot could have escaped scientific classification. A question that often arises in discussions surrounding Bigfoot is the involvement of the United States government. Has the US government investigated Bigfoot sightings? To delve into this topic, it is important to consider the purpose and focus of government investigations. Typically, the US government conducts investigations into matters that concern national security, public safety, or environmental protection. At first glance, Bigfoot, a creature more associated with folklore than security threats, seems an unlikely subject of official interest. However, it would be erroneous to presume that the US government has had no interaction with the Bigfoot phenomenon. Documents obtained through the Freedom of Information Act reveal that Bigfoot was in fact a subject of concern for the US government at one point. In the 1970s, the FBI analyzed hair samples related to a Bigfoot sighting at the request of the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition. The analysis, however, concluded that the hair was of deer family origin, delivering a blow to the Bigfoot believers who had hoped for a different outcome. Moreover, it is worth noting that US national parks and wilderness areas, where many Bigfoot sightings are reported, are under federal jurisdiction. Occasionally, park rangers have been drawn into the Bigfoot narrative, whether responding to reports, reassuring the public, or investigating unusual incidents. This is not to suggest that there is an official stance or dedicated effort to uncover the Bigfoot mystery, but rather, it demonstrates that at a practical level, federal employees have engaged with the topic. Nonetheless, no substantial evidence suggests that the US government has engaged in a dedicated, systematic investigation into Bigfoot, akin to its endeavors in other areas, such as unidentified objects. The lack of scientific evidence supporting Bigfoot's existence and the absence of any direct threat to national security or public safety likely preclude any large-scale official investigation. Additionally, the scientific community's prevailing skepticism toward Bigfoot's existence has also likely influenced the government's stance. Government investigations typically rely on scientific advice, and the consensus among scientists, given the current lack of compelling physical evidence, leans heavily toward Bigfoot's non-existence. There's a unique allure to the tales of Bigfoot, Sasquatch or Yeti, depending on the region. Rooted deep within folklore, legends and myth, stories of these elusive creatures have fascinated generations. This story recounts the experience of an unnamed hiker who claimed to have had an encounter with Bigfoot during an excursion into the Pacific Northwest, a hotbed of such reports. The hiker, an experienced outdoorsman, embarked on a solitary trip into the thick forests of Oregon, an area known for its lush, unspoiled wilderness and, intriguingly, its myriad of Bigfoot sightings. The trip was planned to last several days, a chance for our hiker to immerse himself in nature, miles away from civilization. On the second night, as dusk crept over the landscape, the hiker heard an unsettling noise. It wasn't the typical sounds of the forest, the chirping of crickets, the whispering breeze, or the distant hoot of an owl. It was something far more disconcerting. An eerie, guttural growl echoing through the dense forest. The hiker, though initially unnerved, chalked it up to the enigmatic nocturnal wildlife. The following day brought an unsettling discovery. While exploring a densely wooded area, the hiker came across a series of enormous footprints, each one approximately 15 inches long and noticeably wider than a human's. The depth of the imprints suggested a creature of considerable weight. Struck by a sense of fascination and mild fear, the hiker couldn't help but think of the region's famous legend. That evening, as darkness cloaked the forest, the hiker experienced the pinnacle of his unusual encounters. Sitting by his campfire, he noticed movement in his peripheral vision, followed by the distinct rustling of undergrowth. Turning slowly, the hiker's breath hitched as he spotted a large, shadowy figure on the edge of the firelight. It stood upright on two legs, covered in thick, matted fur, its eyes reflecting the light from the campfire. The creature and the hiker locked gazes. An eternal moment passed, filled with a mutual, palpable curiosity, before the creature turned and disappeared into the darkness. The forest fell silent, the eerie stillness amplifying the hiker's pounding heart and the hum of his thoughts. Despite the fear, the hiker chose to stay, driven by a strange blend of curiosity and awe. He encountered no further incidents and left the forest with his extraordinary tale etched into his memory. Skeptics might dismiss the encounter as misidentification or even an elaborate hoax. However, for the hiker and those who choose to believe, it was an extraordinary personal experience. The hiker's tale underscores the allure of the unknown that drives our fascination with creatures like Bigfoot. It showcases the extraordinary experiences that can occur when we step into the wilderness, where civilization's reach fades and nature holds sway. Despite the skepticism surrounding such stories, they undeniably enrich our culture, provoking wonderment and igniting our innate curiosity about the unexplored and the mysterious. The Yeti holds an indomitable place in the folklore and cultural beliefs of the locals in Tibet. To the Western world, the Yeti may be a product of fiction, but to the Tibetans, it is much more. Tibet, with its soaring Himalayan peaks, isolated valleys, and harsh climatic conditions, provides the perfect backdrop for the Yeti's existence. Stories and legends of this creature have been passed down generations, intricately woven into the fabric of Tibetan culture. To locals, the Yeti is not merely a mythical creature. It embodies the power and unpredictability of nature, representing an interconnection between humans and the wilderness. Tibetans often refer to the Yeti as Miche, which translates to man-bear, and Kangmi, meaning snowman. Their descriptions vary, but most agree on certain characteristics: an ape-like creature, walking erect, covered in thick fur, and possessing immense strength. For many locals, the Yeti is a spiritual entity, a protector of high-altitude wilderness areas, and a symbol of the rugged survivalism needed to thrive in the Himalayas. Yeti sightings are not uncommon in the region. Many locals claim to have seen large footprints in the snow or encountered the creature itself. However, rather than a source of terror, these sightings are usually interpreted as warnings or omens. For instance, if a Yeti is seen during an expedition, it may be considered a sign to turn back, respecting the wilderness and its guardians. Yeti legends also serve as cautionary tales, teaching respect for the mountains and their ecosystems. The tales underscore the importance of coexistence with nature, rather than dominance over it. For the locals, infringing on the Yeti's territory, or failing to respect nature's boundaries, can bring misfortune or disaster. Tibetan monasteries also play a crucial role in preserving the Yeti's lore. Some, like the Pangboche monastery, were said to possess physical relics, such as a skullcap and hand, believed to belong to a Yeti, further reinforcing belief in the creature's existence. In recent years, the Yeti's cultural significance has become a source of regional pride and identity. The creature is featured in local art and literature, serving as a symbol of Tibetan culture and heritage. Moreover, the Yeti has become a beacon for tourism, drawing intrigued explorers and enthusiasts to the region, contributing to local economies. To some, the Yeti may be a mere myth, a creature of legend and intrigue. However, to the Tibetan locals, the Yeti represents an inherent part of their culture and identity, a living embodiment of their respect for and relationship with the formidable Himalayan landscape. It stands as a testament to the power of folklore, belief, and tradition. The enduring mystery of the creature fueling both cultural pride and a powerful respect for the unknown. In the end, whether the Yeti truly roams the snow-laden peaks of the Himalayas remains a question unanswered. Regardless, the firm belief of the Tibetan people in this elusive creature shows the world that sometimes the most profound truths reside not in physical evidence, but in the enduring narratives of culture and the human spirit's capacity for wonder and reverence. As of right now, hundreds of hikers are still coming forward with their encounters, saying that they witnessed a large humanoid. These creatures allegedly live within the dense regions of the United States, and although scientists and researchers have said that they don't exist, witnesses continue to come forward with their sightings, helping to fuel the belief in this mysterious creature. However, skeptics have said that until concrete evidence can be presented, this elusive creature cannot be verified as genuine. Archaeological evidence of agrarian-centered, sparsely populated urban settlements has been discovered beneath the lush forests of Southeast Asia, Sri Lanka, and Central America. In contrast to the lack of evidence for pre-Hispanic Amazonia, aside from a few major interconnected settlements in southern Amazonia, the data from sites associated with the Kasarabi culture in the savanna forest mosaic of southwest Amazonia unveils the existence of two significantly large sites within a densely populated settlement system consisting of 4 tiers. The Kasarabi culture region, to the best of current knowledge, covers an estimated area of around 4,500 square kilometers, with one of the prominent settlement sites overseeing a region of approximately 500 square kilometers. The architectural design of these expansive residential areas features tiered platforms upon which are situated U-shaped buildings, rectangular raised platforms, and conical pyramids, some reaching heights of up to 22 meters. The extensive settlement areas are encircled by concentric polygonal embankments of different ranks. These settlements serve as central hubs, connected to lower-ranked sites through elevated causeways that span several kilometers. In this human-altered landscape, a comprehensive water management system, including canals and reservoirs, completes the settlement system. The Amazon, renowned as one of the world's few remaining untouched areas, has long intrigued explorers with legends of hidden cities concealed amidst its dense forests. Throughout history, adventurers, including Spanish explorers chasing the myth of El Dorado, have ventured into uncharted territory, often disappearing without a trace. Scientists have recently made a significant discovery regarding the existence of ancient cities in the Amazon, unveiling a new chapter in the ongoing plot. Despite the challenges posed by dense and remote forests, the utilization of light-based remote sensing technology has revolutionized the search for urban ruins. By digitally clearing the canopy from a 650-foot-high helicopter vantage point, researchers successfully identified the remnants of an expansive urban settlement around Llanos de Mojos in the Bolivian Amazon. This settlement, which was abandoned approximately 600 years ago, belonged to the socially complex Kasarabi culture from the years 500 to 1400 CE. The newly obtained images provide intricate details of the urban centers, featuring monumental platform and pyramid architecture. The Kasarabi culture's urban domain was interconnected by raised causeway networks, resembling suburban settlements, stretching across vast distances. This landscape was extensively shaped by an intricate water management system, including reservoirs and canals. Published in the journal Nature, this remarkable find strongly suggests that the Amazon rainforest, long considered a pristine wilderness, was actually home to a densely populated and highly urbanized civilization for many centuries before recorded history of the region commenced. According to Heiko Prumas, a co-author from the German Archaeological Institute, there is an old Spanish saying that states that the person who refuses to see is the most blind. He explains that this saying originated from Europeans who described these areas as impenetrable jungles, vast and unpopulated. He believes that in the upcoming decade or two, numerous cities, potentially larger than those highlighted in the paper, will emerge. Michael Heckenberger, a University of Florida anthropologist who has extensively studied urbanism in the pre-Columbian Amazon, acknowledges the presence of familiar features like moats, causeways, and modified landscapes in the Llanos de Mojos settlement. These elements have been observed in other ancient Amazonian regions as well. However, the recent research reveals something entirely unique. While previous examples of urbanism in the Amazon were characterized by interconnected villages, lacking prominent central hubs with monumental architecture, Llanos de Mojos stands out for its distinct urban centers. For Heckenberger, this demonstrates the most explicit instance of a fully urbanized Amazonian landscape. He regards it as a remarkable testament to the ingenuity of ancient societies in managing their surroundings and accommodating growing populations. Previous fieldwork and remote sensing projects have discovered numerous individual sites scattered throughout the area, covering an area of over 1,700 square miles. These sites include permanent settlements inhabited by the Kasarabi community, who engaged in hunting, fishing, and cultivating staple crops such as maize. Additionally, researchers have identified over 600 miles of causeways and canals in the region. However, the remote location of the tropical forest and the associated logistical challenges have hindered efforts to map these sites and understand their relationships with one another. The remote woodland region presents challenges for exploration, making it challenging to detect any remains, especially from an aerial perspective. According to the team, the actual content of these areas remains uncertain until they are physically visited, and even then, navigating and locating specific sites can be problematic. The research team used light detection and ranging to survey 6 different areas, varying in size from approximately 4 square miles to 32 square miles. This aerial perspective offered valuable insight into the heartland of Bolivia's Kasarabi culture. Utilizing this system mounted on an aircraft, infrared beams were emitted in a grid pattern towards the Earth's surface. Each beam's distance measurement was recorded when it reflected back, resulting in a vast data set of data points. These points were then processed using computer software to generate high-resolution images, enabling scientists to digitally analyze and assess the Amazon rainforest's deforestation. Through this process, the maps unveiled the Earth's surface and revealed numerous archaeological features. Notably, the images exhibited pyramids. Each of these significant centers features a series of concentric moats and rampart fortifications surrounding them. These sites showcase impressive architectural attributes, including man-made terraces, large earthen platform structures, and towering conical pyramids, standing at a height of over 70 feet. Of particular interest is the consistent north-northwest orientation of all these civic and ceremonial buildings, believed by scientists to align with a cosmological worldview observed in other ancient sites within the Amazon region. The bird's-eye perspective, after removing the trees, unveiled two focal points, each encompassing a vast network of local communities linked by multiple causeways. These pathways extend outward from the focal points in a radial pattern, resembling the spokes of a wheel, stretching across several miles. They serve to connect suburban settlements, varying in size as they get closer or farther from the central areas, with potentially smaller sites that might have served as temporary campsites. According to Chris Fisher, an archaeologist from Colorado State University who specializes in Mesoamerica, the ancient civilization mentioned in the study completely transformed the landscape based on their cosmology. However, one drawback was that their architecture was constructed using mud bricks, which made it less durable compared to the limestone structures of the Maya civilization. As of right now, further investigations are taking place throughout the region and shows us that we still have a lot to learn about previous civilizations. Mysterious national park discoveries have an inherent allure that captivates our curiosity and imagination. As humans, we are naturally drawn to the unknown and the unexplained. The combination of the majestic beauty of national parks and the enigmatic elements they hold creates a perfect recipe for fascination. Mysterious discoveries evoke a sense of intrigue and wonder. They challenge our understanding of the world and remind us that there is still much to learn and explore. National parks, with their vast wilderness and hidden depths, provide the perfect backdrop for such mysteries to unfold. One national park ranger by the name of Mr. Harris shared their strange discovery on social media. He detailed that he had spent years patrolling the vast wilderness, ensuring the safety of visitors and protecting the natural beauty. However, on one particular occasion, a routine patrol took a peculiar turn when he stumbled upon a series of mysterious discoveries. It all began one crisp autumn morning as he embarked on his routine hike through a remote section of the park, which is located in the Appalachian Mountains. As he followed the winding trail, he noticed a small object glinting among the fallen leaves. Curiosity piqued. He bent down to examine it and immediately knew what it was. It was a perfectly intact human tooth. Bewildered by the unexpected find, he carefully collected the tooth and continued his hike. He said that he reported it to his superiors, but noted that not much could be done as it was an isolated find. However, after a few weeks, he made other strange discoveries, including additional human teeth scattered throughout the park. Each tooth that he found was in impeccable condition, as if they had been recently extracted. The frequency and consistency of his findings left him baffled, and he couldn't shake the feeling that something peculiar was happening within the peaceful sanctuary of the national park. Determined to uncover the truth, he embarked on a mission to solve the mystery of the teeth. He reported that he sought assistance from forensic experts, hoping that they could shed light on the origin of these mysterious discoveries. As samples were collected and analyzed, the experts concluded that the teeth belonged to a diverse range of individuals, both young and old. However, the absence of any other human remains in the park perplexed everyone involved. Undeterred by the lack of concrete answers, he delved deeper into the park's history, hoping to find any clues that could unravel the mystery. He stumbled upon legends and folklore that whispered of hidden burial grounds and ancient rituals performed in the area centuries ago. One idea that was put forward was that there may have been indigenous tribes who once inhabited the land and who honored their ancestors by burying them in sacred grounds within the park. All across the United States are legends of rituals being performed to ensure the spirit's protection and eternal harmony. According to many native beliefs, teeth held immense spiritual significance and were often preserved as sacred relics. The park ranger stated that although the discovery worried him, he no longer viewed the national park as a place of natural beauty, but said that it became a nexus of history and spirituality. The teeth, once a source of mystery and intrigue, now served as a reminder of the park's intricate tapestry of human existence. The United States boasts a diverse array of breathtaking national parks, attracting millions of visitors each year. While these natural sanctuaries offer beauty and serenity, there is an unsettling side to some of these vast wilderness areas. Each year, a significant number of people go missing in national parks, leaving behind a haunting mystery that perplexes investigators and captures public attention. Tracking the exact number of missing persons in national parks is a complex task, as there is no centralized database specifically dedicated to these cases. However, available data provides insight into the magnitude of the issue. According to the National Park Service, an average of approximately 1,000 people go missing in national parks each year. However, these are just the cases that get reported, and studies have shown that this number is likely much higher. The phenomenon of missing persons in national parks has given rise to various theories and speculations. Some attribute these incidents to natural hazards and unpredictable terrain, such as rugged landscapes, steep cliffs, or extreme weather conditions. Others point to wildlife encounters or accidents as potential factors contributing to disappearances. These theories suggest that people may get disoriented, injured, or succumb to the challenges of the wilderness. However, there are also theories that propose more mysterious explanations. Some believe that supernatural forces, including paranormal entities or vortexes, are responsible for the disappearances. These theories gain traction due to reported eerie occurrences and unexplained phenomena surrounding specific locations within national parks. Oddly enough, hundreds of people who've gone missing in national parks have reported time slips and encountering mysterious individuals during their travels. In some cases, these missing individuals have gone missing for several days, but appear to be under the impression that they had only been in the national park for a few hours. It's stories like this that's caused some to suggest that mysterious events often occur in national parks, and that further studies are needed in order for us to better understand this phenomenon. The phenomenon known as the missing 411 has intrigued and perplexed both investigators and the public alike. This disturbing pattern involves unexplained disappearances that occur under baffling circumstances within national parks and other wilderness areas. These cases have gained attention due to their mysterious nature and the unusual characteristics surrounding the disappearances. The missing 411 cases are characterized by the unexplained disappearance of individuals, often under perplexing circumstances, within national parks and other remote wilderness areas. These cases share common elements, such as the sudden vanishing of hikers, the absence of typical clues or evidence, and the bizarre circumstances surrounding the disappearances. Oddly enough, those who go missing under these circumstances seemingly vanished without a trace, leaving behind bewildered family and search teams, with those in the area saying that they vanish or travel vast distances that would not be possible on foot. Some of these missing individuals have been found on top of mountains just a few hours after going missing, leading investigators to wonder how this happened. Numerous theories attempt to explain this phenomenon, although no definitive answers have been found. Some propose natural explanations, such as animal attacks, hypothermia, or getting lost due to disorientation. However, these theories do not fully account for the unique circumstances and characteristics often associated with these cases. Other theories delve into more mysterious realms. Some suggest the involvement of predatory animals exhibiting abnormal behavior, pointing to the possibility of unknown species or undiscovered natural phenomena. Paranormal explanations have also been put forward, including supernatural entities and interdimensional portals. Further complicating matters are the reports of strange occurrences in national parks, such as unexplained lights, strange sounds, and unsettling encounters with unknown beings. These reports have fueled theories of covert government operations, secret military experiments, or even involvement of extraterrestrial entities. The complex nature of these cases has posed significant challenges to investigators and law enforcement agencies. Despite extensive search and rescue operations, the resolution rate remains relatively low, leaving families in anguish and communities in a state of unease. Recognizing the need to address these mysteries, some researchers have dedicated themselves to studying the patterns and characteristics of these cases. They meticulously analyze data, conduct interviews, and explore various hypotheses in an attempt to shed light on the elusive truth behind these disappearances. Efforts to enhance search and rescue capabilities, improve communication networks, and increase public awareness have also been undertaken to mitigate the risks associated with exploring national parks and wilderness areas. These cases continue to confound investigators, leaving unanswered questions and a sense of unease. The disappearances under bizarre circumstances within national parks challenge our understanding of human safety and raise profound questions about the mysteries that exist within these wilderness areas. While the phenomenon remains elusive, it is essential to continue investigations, raise awareness, and implement strategies to enhance the safety of individuals exploring these natural sanctuaries. By fostering collaboration between researchers, law enforcement agencies, and the public, we can work towards unraveling the complexities of these cases, offering solace to the families affected, and ensuring the preservation of our national parks as spaces of beauty, tranquility, and safety. So, what do you make of these national park stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.